now joined by Rio Ferdinand, and we're going to talk about, Bayo, you're going to be either happy or sad with this. We're going to talk about Liverpool for a little bit. What is going on there? What is going on there?
I'm okay.
Rio, the press conferences this week have been pretty interesting. Chucking journalists out and telling journalists that he can't explain. You love it?
Yeah.
So do I.
It adds to the drama. It creates a soap opera. We need all those subplots flying about. Fergie used to do it. He never used to let certain people into the press conference because they said something which was wrong, which he deemed out of order. So I'm going to give you your medicine. That's what Klopp's doing. It's not going well for him. What do you want him to do? Sit there and smile? Is that what you want?
For me, I'm with that. I think it gets frustrating when the same questions get asked. And I think sometimes you're there to get a row out of them. Don't get it twisted. And we're all humans. Sometimes you're just like, Bob, I can't be asked. So when he dashes people out, I'm like, yeah, man, because you would. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're just like, hey, look, come out.
Why is everyone like we got to tiptoe around things and go, oh, no, but there's a certain way it needs to be dealt with. And he has to say it. The best way is when you see some being themselves, being their genuine self, and normally that's when you're upset and you're angry. And he is being that now. I said this the other day, it was quite prickly at times when they were flying, winning stuff. So this isn't a surprise to me.
I'm going to dip into my bag of football cliches there. Is he creating a bit of a siege mentality, a bit of us versus them situation with Liverpool against the media? He thinks he's been wronged by them. Do you think he's trying to create that sort of, right, well, let's show them attitude?
Maybe. I mean, I think he's got to try all things at the moment because he can't get a tune out of his team for love nor money at the minute. So he's trying to work out ways in which he can get players back into form and his team winning ways again. So they're in a difficult spell at the moment. But listen, I don't think any manager sits there and thinks my press conference is going to determine the way that my team turn up on a Saturday.
Yeah. But how are you feeling about how it's going?
Yeah, listen, I think the world knows I support Liverpool. So, no,
well, we
look.
did for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like that. Don't try it. I'll rep it to the wheels fall off. But no, you know what? And you touched on it. I actually think that he's frustrated and he can't kind of put his fingers on how it's going so bad. And listen, you've been in there, and it's elite managers, elite mindset in the sense where, you know, you do everything right Monday to Friday, then comes Saturday, and then within the first 10 minutes, it just blows up. And sometimes I think he sometimes he looks on the sideline where, you know, he's baffled for his team. Do I think that he's going to change it around? 100%. If he chooses to stay. And my only worry is that he may want to walk away.
Do you really think he will?
No, I don't. No, I don't think he will, because my thing is in the talk about, oh, has he built up enough credit, or should Liverpool go and change the manager? I don't think that's even a conversation. I think what he's done.
If he walked away now, at the real first time of distress in his tenure, I don't think it reflects well on him. I don't think he will walk away, but
I don't
if
think
he
he'll
did,
walk away.
It won't reflect well.
But you know, I don't. It's in my sense. I do feel like sometimes it gets to a point where, as you'll know as a player, because you won everything. As a manager, he's won everything that he's gone up to win. Mm-hmm. So for me, and I don't even want to put it out in the energy for him to walk away, so I don't want him to. But sometimes he may just feel, look, you know what, I've took this team to where I can take it. I want to go and reset, refocus, and go again. I don't think he will, and I don't think he should.
I don't want to take it back to Sir Alex Ferguson, but I will. But that's what makes him so great. He had times where he had great teams, won everything. The team became a little bit maybe old or stout, on a decline, re-energised it. Built 3 teams. Like that, when you put it into that perspective now, in the context we're talking about, it's it puts him in even more superhero status.
Yeah, we've had a few tweets in. Of course, get in touch using the hashtag EKO. Si Steers, there's no doubt Klopp has enough credit in the bank for one bad season. Talk of sacking him is nonsense.
Agree.
But then DJM1678 says, these players used to run through walls for Klopp. That's gone and it needs addressing. And some big players may need a wake-up call. Jan Argafiotov says, Klopp won't be fired but could walk. Paul, new owners and Klopp 2.0 will be even better. And then Jose Enrique, he's chimed in. Any Liverpool players should leave the club before this man. Give him the right budget, and we'll be back with the best. Do you think it's actually that drastic though? Because we see these things in the league. People go on a run, all of a sudden it's fine. I think Champions League looks difficult for them now, but talk of getting rid of the players and everything. Do you think that's fair?
Sorry, just to talk about giving him a budget. Like the last 2 players, correct me if I'm wrong, like this, Darwin.
Yeah.
And Gakpo. They weren't like chump changed. decent money.
No, but in comparison to the other Premier League teams that are spending money, and for what Liverpool have been, where they've been, what they've won, to try and keep in with the teams across Europe, they haven't spent the money. And that's why I say, and I think that's the talk in the sense of giving them a budget. Yeah, Nunes did lose Mane. Gakpo came in a little bit of change. In comparison to the market, 30 mil, I think is what he went for, what we got him for. Nothing crazy. But I do think, I think it needs a refresh. I think and you touched on it in the sense where Fergie, sometimes you just need new energy to come in and just revitalise the place.
So talking about energy, we've had a WhatsApp in from George B. It seems as though playing in every possible game last season has left Klopp and his Liverpool team exhausted. Is there anything that can be done this season to change that, or do they need to relax and get ready for season 23-24? Is that fair? Do players actually get exhausted in February and can't run anymore? Is that a fair thing to say?
You answer that one. No, the reason why I throw it to you, because, and I don't want to disrespect me, but you played in all the elite competitions, and the mindset of being arguably talked about as going to win the quadruple and then kind of falling short in the last two big games, what effect does that have this season, mentally and physically?
Both it has massive effect on. But when you're at a big club, part of the course is to play in every single game. You set yourself up at the beginning of the season to play in the final of every competition you're going to, and obviously you play the full calendar year in the league. So you're set for that. It is hard. This is the most grueling league in the world, no doubts about that. But you need your squad to be able to play, and that's why when I hear people disrespect the likes of John O'Shea and people like that at our club, and I think these guys are the reason we win. They're the reason, because they can come in at any time and give you a minimum 7 out of 10 always, and fill in for 4, 5, 6 games, and then sometimes have to play the whole season without expecting to, but do it really, really well. And they're the big contributors. It's not just the star names, and you need your squad to do that. But what I would say is, and after those seasons, we used to have a Van Persie coming in. We used to have a Rooney coming in the door. We used to have a Jason Park come in, and not all massive names, but people that come in and people go, oh, yeah, that's another level. That's improved us. And I think Liverpool maybe replenishing their squad has been an issue in the right way.
Let's take a look at Liverpool's next 6 fixtures. Obviously, it's the Merseyside derby on Monday, so a nice, easy one for when you're struggling. Also back in the Champions League in midweek, which is live, of course, on BT Sport. But some tough games in there. Obviously, Newcastle stands out now. They're obviously flying. Manchester United, of course, the Real Madrid game. It doesn't look easy, does it?
There's not one easy game, and look, Wolves beat us 3-0 not too long ago, so there's not one easy game. But look,
are you looking at? Have you looked over your shoulder at relegation or anything like that?
What?
The way he looked at me there, I just say, pardon? What?
This Merseyside derby.
Roll up his sleeves.
We did. Nah, but look, for me, at the end of the day, and what I would say, regardless of what, and all Liverpool fans, Verge back training, Jota back training, Diaz back training, Firmino back training. So regardless of what, there is a subplot, sub-reason to Liverpool haven't had their full squad the whole season. Not like it's the definitive, but they haven't, and these players are coming back. So when I do look at that, I do look at it slightly daunting, but then I also look at the players that are coming back thinking like, okay, you know what, we can have a last charge for the end of the season.
You need Liverpool in this league. We need them here.
This guy, what are you doing? Are you not trying it? What? Anyway, I see what they're trying to do. It's okay. Klopp, we need you. Don't worry, say nothing.